not explicitly prohibited. If there's not yet explicit regulation on their newest chemical additive, they won't study its effect. Like teens who haven't developed morality, they smash, grab, and slink away in every direction. Closet leaders fear regulations far more than any societal problems their corporate activities might create. In fact, they pay gibberish-speaking lawyers fortunes to amorally circumvent good faith regulations. But they make up for it with warm and folksy ads, glorifying their respect and love for their people. Technically, avoiding doing what is right is a profitable game they've rigged, and they play hardball. Fact is, if you don't ease up on the intrusive regulations, they'll just find tax breaks someplace that will. And how the workers clamor for jobs they provide that keep their families just at the poverty line. They'll tell you to your face that mining waste cleanup truly has no place on their income statement. Besides, no rules prohibited them declaring bankruptcy, moving away, and leaving us a mess behind. It was more profitable to fight health claims for years in court rather than to aid some sick employees. They are not responsible for outsourced ingredients, manufacturing, or design, and so it should stay. Sagely, they take advantage of lower labor costs overseas, helping everyone to an equal poverty level. They trumpet their social advances, even though their workers cannot afford the items that they produce. But lo, their own payouts increase yearly, just as surely as health care costs and defense outlays. Loading fund tranches with financial dogs and hedging against their purchasers was not explicitly illegal. They'll spin off unprofitable divisions so fast it makes their workers' heads spin in the unemployment line. They routinely swallow up each other using that merge, cut labor 20%, and reap a fat bonus formula. Their empty ruthlessness masked by folksy spokespeople pushing an expensive but empty spin. Accountants advise them it's more profitable to buy research than to stop poisoning mother's milk. Their fanatical need to money and power is genetically free of any element of social responsibility. Safe behind anonymizing corporate doors, they freely exercise their compulsive and narrow excesses. Their lack of empathy regarding the effect of their actions on others is just vile corporate sociopathy. Like deceitful pre-adolescents, their complicated defense is really just, "You never said not to do that." They take full credit for success, but deny any knowledge and control when excesses are revealed. It's funny how their expensive expertise transfers from, say, soft drinks to computer software, undiluted. But don't you try to get a job in another field without both years of training and lots of experience. And don't forget their legacies. Fictionalized biographies as artificial as their bogus press releases. When legislation finally comes, their cleanup is grandfathered out and off they go to freer markets. They cancel pensions to remain competitive, but their ironclad contracts pay off come profit or loss. Their glitzy stories change with each co-opted social movement, but they never lose their real focus. They lobby fiercely against rules to cure side effects any moral being would have fixed on their own. They waltz off to reappear under different corporate names with their bonuses and org charts intact. They follow the letter of the law, profiting on the not yet explicitly prohibited for just as long as possible, quietly pulling strings, pushing buttons, and making donations. They flourish outside of governments. Vain little banty roosters in finely tailored suits, strutting adroitly around laws their own lawyers have crafted.